Good morning. I decided I wanted to do a video on the new patch. We had a patch that came out for Helldivers 2, and it changed quite a few things, and I believe it's probably going to affect some gameplay for some people. Not everyone, but definitely some people this will affect. So I'm going to go over the patch notes, and then we're going to jump in and maybe do a mission, test a couple of things, a couple of missions maybe. And see if we can tell any difference. All right. So first, though, this is patch 01.000.200. Good day, Helldivers. Today we have a slightly bigger update for you all to assist in the liberation efforts of our galaxy, as well as some new environmental threats to watch out for. May liberty guide your path. This update includes balance changes to missions, stratagems, weapons, enemies, and Helldivers. It has some general fixes and stability improvements, and they increase the level cap. Gameplay, planetary hazard additions. They're adding, or they added blizzards and sandstorms on top of fire tornadoes and meteors. They increased the level cap from 50 to 150. Now, I don't know what all that will entail, or what it'll help, or anything like that, because I mean, I've never really looked at the level of the character as much of a defining factor, except for maybe some health and something like that. But other than that, the level I've never really thought about, because we get our stratagems, we get our weapons, we drop on a planet, we've got our armor. What does your level do? I would really have to dig into it and see, what level cap really means. Missions, retrieve essential personnel. They move the enemy spawn points further away from the objective to give players a fairer chance of defending the location. I've never really thought about this. The word fairer, it doesn't look normal. It doesn't look right. I would, as a person who English is not always my strongest suit, I would say more fair instead of fairer. Anyway, that's totally off the subject. It just caught my attention. There are fewer civilians required to complete the mission on higher difficulties, like when me and Grizz and Smack Elf do them. A lot of times we have to get 20 or 30 civilians. I think most of the time it's 30 because we're on challenging. But on the higher difficulties, I've seen them have to rescue 50, or maybe it was 60. So they've lowered that now, on the higher difficulties at least. Destroy command bunkers now has more objective locations. The mission was too easy compared to other missions, and that's true. I could take out command bunkers easily. And it can now appear in operations from difficulty 5. Operational modifiers, they have the negative effect of operation modifiers that increase stratagem cooldowns or call-in times. Now, that was on higher difficulties. A lot of times it would, people that I've watched play on the higher difficulties, like 7, 8, and 9, they would have terrible modifiers. But even Grizz and I have commented when running level 5s, I think hard missions, that sometimes the modifiers were ridiculous. It takes 20 seconds to call in a supply, support weapons, things like that, and it takes longer to call in than normal. And so they've adjusted some of those. Now, here's some of the really important information. The primary, secondary, and support weapons that they've changed, fixed, nerfed, or whatever. The arc thrower, they fixed charging inconsistencies. It now always takes 1 second to charge a shot. They reduced the distance from 50 meters to 35 meters. They've increased the stagger force of the arc thrower. Those are pretty decent changes. The guard dog now restores full ammo from supply boxes. That was a problem. I don't use a guard dog though because it has to come and refill and go back out, and it was, to me, it was constantly coming to refill its ammo. The anti-material rifle damage has been increased by 30%. That is freaking huge. On my stream last night, we were talking about the anti-material rifle, and I was saying that, it doesn't do a lot of damage to some of the more armored opponents. I absolutely love the AMR. Absolutely love it, and I would carry it on every mission. However, the autocannon was all around a better weapon. So this 30% increase to damage for the anti-material rifle is huge. The breaker incendiary damage per bullet increased from 15 per bullet to 20 per bullet. Now, the breaker incendiary, it was a scatter shot. So each of those buckshot now has its damage increased by 5. That is stupid and good. And this also goes with the breaker incendiary and other fire weapons. The fire damage per tick increased by 50% from all sources. That is freaking huge, man. The Liberator Penetrator now has a full auto mode. That's good, because I would love to use the Liberator Penetrator, because, I like to penetrate things, and most of the time that doesn't happen. It has a full auto mode now. That is awesome. The Dominator increased damage from 200 to 300 and increased the stagger. I was complaining to Grizz about the Dominator because it was supposed to be this awesome weapon against the bots, because it's a slug kind of explosive shotgun based kind of weapon, sort of. It's not really based as a shotgun, but it kind of falls in there a little bit. But they've now increased the damage and the stagger. This thing is going to be awesome. I've got to try it because I love the idea of the Dominator, but it just wouldn't do what we needed it to do. The Diligence Counter Sniper, they increased the armor pin from light to medium. They need to do more. They need to do more with the Diligence Counter Sniper because it is not a viable weapon on most missions. It's just not. I wish they would have done more, but it went from light to medium. Okay. I mean, I'm glad they changed it, and I'm glad they gave it a little buff, but they need to do more with the counter sniper because it's not really worth carrying on a mission with you. Here's the big one to all my friends and everything that likes to use the slugger. They reduced the stagger. They reduced the damage from 280 to 250. They reduced the demolition force. They fixed the armor pin tag in the menu. The Slugger, the Liberator Concussive, and the Senator, they fixed the incorrect armor penetration tags in the menu. Those last two are fine. They fixed a couple of things with that. But the first three, all three of those, reduced damage, reduced stagger, reduced demolition force. The Slugger is going to go down in some people's thought process, basically. It's not going to be as good on missions as it has been, because the Slugger was a go-to for a lot of people. The recoilless rifle, they increased the number of rockets you restore from supply boxes from 2 to 3. That's okay. The spear, they increased the number of missiles you restore from supply boxes from 1 to 2. That's okay. I don't use either one of those. I'm happy that they did increase that, because that lets you, get that one more rocket or whatever. So for the people that do use that, that's going to be very helpful for them. They don't have to, call for supply, find ammo, all this kind of stuff as often. The heavy machine gun, the highest rate model, the highest rate mode, fire rate mode, reduced from 1200 RPMs to a more moderate 950. To me, that's not going to make that weapon any better, any more viable. The heavy machine gun was a huge disappointment when it came out, and it's still a huge disappointment. All right, for stratagems, the Patriot exosuit, the rockets will now penetrate armor only on a direct hit. Okay. Patriot exosuits were used a lot against Bile Titans and Chargers on the bug side, and I don't really see a lot of them being used on the bot side, mostly on the bug side. We'll see how that looks. Enemies, balancing adjustments have been made too. Chargers. Their normal melee attack now does less damage against exosuits. Okay. Bile spears and nursing spears do less damage with their puke. Holy crap, that's good. That's really good. Depending on how less damage they do, honestly. The Bile Titan can no longer be stunned. Okay, that's a big screw you to us. We would stun the Bile Titan and drop a 500 kilogram, or stun him and get away from him, or stun him and do something, but now he can't be stunned at all. Great, thanks. Appreciate that. Shriekers no longer create bug breaches. Well, that's one bug that can't do it. Shriekers hitting you while they are dead now does significantly less damage. Honestly, that's pretty good, because I've seen it just take out people with one shot, hitting them, and they're dead, and they still hit them as they're falling, and it one-shots them. So, I mean, you know, I've never been hit by a fallen body, honestly, but, yeah, that's a good change. Helldiver adjustments. Balancing adjustments have been made to heavy and medium armor. It protects better, and you now take 10% less damage than before while wearing heavy, and about 5% less when wearing medium. Fortified commando and light armor is unchanged. So they did a tiny buff to medium and heavy armor, which they should have. Because most people, the only reason I wear medium armor is because I get grenade slots in it, or I get stealth. I don't wear heavy armor because it's so freaking slow. If I had my way, I'd probably wear the Trailblazer Scout armor, light armor, and just go. But these needed changes were nice, and hopefully it'll do some good in there. Now, fixes. They fixed the issue where save settings for the PS5 would be reset when the game is rebooted, causing things such as loadout and hit settings to reset. Okay, that's cool for the PS5. That's cool. Enemies now properly target the exosuit. Previously, many enemies effectively ignored the exosuits if there was a Helldiver on foot and available for them to target, and that is true. However, the big problem for me was I would drop my exosuit down, and before I even touched my exosuit, a charger would be ramming and destroying it before I could even get to it and get in it. So I don't know what that's all about, but they fixed exosuits being able to fire their weapons while opening the minimap. That's a good thing, because people would try to open their minimap and put pins on the minimap where they needed to go, and they'd be shooting their weapons because the buttons were all interconnected. So that was a good fix, definitely. The Helldiver and the exosuit both had a bug that made them sometimes take explosive damage multiple times, making things like automaton rockets be too deadly. This is now fixed, thank God, because that would be ridiculous. Automaton enemy constellations that preferred to spawn more of certain devastator types did not work and are now functioning as they should. This means that sometimes when playing against the automatons, you will face more devastators instead of other enemy types. Why? We already saw, if you watched my stream last night, my buddy Smack Elf, he was out there and he was getting chased by like 6 meat saw dudes, and there were like 3 rocket devastators, and there were a couple of those devastators that just shoot you and run up on you, and then I think there were 1 or 2 of the shield devastators. Why? That is way too many devastators on the field at one time chasing one person. That's just stupid. We've improved the system that prevents Hellpod steering close to large or important objects. This is what we were talking about. This is what Pirate Gaming was talking about, and I think Asian Robot mentioned it. The steering on the Hellpods, because you can aim at I don't know, a Hulk. You can aim at a Hulk and take it out with the Hellpod. You can hit a tank, anything. You can hit some stuff like that. But there are cases where you cannot steer that thing at all. You can't move it anywhere. It goes straight down, and whatever's in the way is what gets hit. Because I've killed my partner a couple of times. Grizz has been standing there. He summons me back in. I'm trying to move the Hellpod. It will not move. Lands right on his head. Dead. They need to, instead of going, the system is intended to prevent soft locks where players can drop on important interaction points or drop into unintended places. We will continue to monitor the state of the system after the update to see if additional tweaks are necessary. Additional tweaks will be necessary. That is ridiculous. Make it where we can maneuver the Hellpod and leave it alone. All this just straight down or going wherever it wants to go because you want to protect an important thing that we might land on. Believe me, we're not aiming for the important thing you don't want us to land on. We're aiming for the tank or the Hulk or the bile spewer or the charger. That's what we're aiming for. We're definitely not aiming for our teammates, and we're definitely not aiming for an important structure that doesn't need to be destroyed. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Why are you going to regulate the steerage for this stupid thing? Fix cases where the ground under some assets could be bombed, causing them to float. Why don't you fix the thing where drop ships and bile titans walk through mountains? That's what you need to fix. Ballistic shield changes, something that virtually no one uses. Collision mesh has been slightly increased in size for more forgiveness. What? Change shield poses so that less of the Helldiver is exposed. If I'm hiding behind a full body shield, it should be already that way. Addressed bug where parts of the Helldiver would become vulnerable while using the shield in first person. Again, why is there a difference when I use the shield in first person or third person? Why is there a difference? I'm glad you fixed that problem. But why was it a problem in the first place? Why is there a difference? Tutorial, invisible collision partially blocking the doorway leading to the launch pad in the tutorial. In the tutorial. You fixed something in the tutorial. Okay. And then there are still known issues that they know about. They're either working on them or they just aren't fixed yet or something, whatever. These are the issues that were either introduced by this patch and are being worked on or from previous version and have not yet been fixed. Game might crash when picking up a snowball or throwing back a grenade. Okay, we toss back a lot of grenades. This seems like an important thing that it should be fixed. And I've watched people throw a snowball and the game crash. That's ridiculous. If that's going to be the case, don't have snowballs. I mean, yes, it's fun having a snowball fight with your teammates, but if it's going to crash the game, just get rid of it. I know, I'm telling developers how to do things. I know. Okay, various issues involving friend invites and crossplay. Cross-platform friend invites might not show up in the friend request tab. Players cannot unfriend other players befriended via friend code. That's a lot of friend in that sentence. Players cannot unblock players that were not in their friends list beforehand. So if we block somebody and then we become friends on Steam or whatever, we cannot unblock them. Okay, yeah, that needs to be fixed. Yes. Players cannot befriend players with Steam names shorter than 3 characters. Why not? Explosive weapon stats include only direct hit damage, but not explosive damage. Yes, that needs to be fixed. Explosions do not break your limbs except for when you fly into a rock. That needs to be fixed. Planet liberation reaches 100% at the end of every defend mission. Does it? Drowning in deep water with a vitality booster equipped puts the Helldiver in a broken state. I have seen this so many times. You would have to go find your teammate that was in the deep water and shoot him in the face to kill him to get him out of the water so you could resummon him. That needs to be fixed, yes. Stratagem beam might attach itself to an enemy, but it will deploy to its original location. If we get it attached to an enemy, it needs to hit that enemy, period. That needs to be fixed, for sure. And some player customizations like title or body type may reset after restarting the game. Look, if I make my fat girl in there ready to go, y'all don't mess with it. Y'all need to fix that, yes. But those are small potato things. The stratagem beam, that needs to be fixed. The drowning in deep water needs to be fixed, like, immediately. The explosion, if I get hit with a grenade and my armor doesn't help a lot, I should have broken limbs, period. You just got hit by a grenade. I've seen people hit by real grenades. It's not a pretty thing. This needs to work as intended. But that's all the patch notes. Overall, it's pretty good. There are a few things that I don't really care for, but most of it that I don't care for doesn't really bother me. It's just a thing. I would like for the Liberator, the Diligence Counter Sniper. It armor pin from light to medium is good. Thank you. Do more, because this weapon is horrible right now. I would love to use this weapon on my dives, but I am definitely not going to do that until it gets fixed, because the damage is way low, the ammo capacity is way low. Armor penetration now, light to medium, is fairly decent. But yeah, and then with the Diligence Counter Sniper, a lot of times when you're trying to look down the scope, it's way buggy. Y'all need to fix that crap. That could be an awesome weapon if it was fixed. The anti-material rifle damage is increased by 30%. I love that, but they should put more armor pin on it also. And then I would probably use this a lot more than the autocannon. But as it stands, most players that would like to use this, or a lot of players that I've heard from that would like to use the anti-material rifle, use the autocannon because it's all around better. And I can almost guarantee what they're going to do. Eventually, they'll nerf the autocannon and say, okay, we fixed the problem. No, you haven't. No, you haven't fixed the problem. Fix this, please. Fix this. Okay. So you guys know I have an Elder Drakari Witch on my desktop. So I'm gonna close this, and we're gonna get Helldivers. That's a Warhammer 40k Drakari Witch. Just so you know. And then all the game stuff down here. I have a lot of things. I gotta clean my desktop up. Now, you all know also, I'm not very good at this game, so we may or may not have something decent happen here. We'll look around and see. I want to look at our new daily orders, and I'm not sure if we do want to run a mission or not, but I'll see. I just wanted to go over the patch notes. I do want to see the Dominator. Super Earth. Let me turn down the volume just a little bit. There we go. Let's go look at... See, this is a weapon that I feel like I have to use most of the time because it's fully automatic and it does fairly decent. It doesn't require ammo unless you overheat it, and then you have to reload it. But let's look. Here's the Dominator, and it's 300 damage, 250 fire rate. All right, we're going to equip it. And we'll see. We will see. Now, while we're here, though, I want to look. Here is the counter sniper. They did change it to medium armor pen. Still 128 damage, 15 capacity. Whereas just the diligence itself is 112, 20 capacity, 35 and 350 fire rate. So this does a little bit more damage. It needs to do more damage. It's a freaking sniper rifle. It's a freaking sniper rifle. It needs to do more than 128. And we need a higher capacity. Even the normal little diligence, what I call a marksman rifle, which that's what they call a marksman rifle, 112 damage, 20 capacity. Why is this virtually the same rifle, less capacity? Why? It makes no sense. It would use the same magazine. What the hell? Anyway, it is what it is. Now let's look at armor. I'm wearing the medium armor, the Juggernaut, with the increased grenade capacity. 100 armor rating, 500 speed, 100 regen. This is decent speed, decent regen, decent armor rating for medium armor. Whereas some of the medium armor, that stim effect. Let's see, here's the combat technician. This is what I wear for scout armor. It's about the same. Let's look at resistance to explosive damage. It's less speed, it's slower stamina regen, but more armor. So I mean, honestly, you just have to pick. I'm gonna wear the scout armor today for right now. That's all good. All right, now let's look at our I have to kill 20 troopers. That's our daily. That's our personal order. Now, okay, the automatons. We had Malevolent Creek. Malevolent Creek was at 100%, and you couldn't even access the planet. Well, now they've counterattacked, and Malevolent is to 82%. And Ubania has dropped down to 28%. So the bots are really, really, really pushing us. Drop near is still at 100%. We have 1 day and 17 hours left. I don't know, man. It keeps they are definitely pushing, without a doubt. They are definitely pushing. None of my boys are online, so we're probably going to be by ourselves, but hey, everybody has got to have a hobby. That's all I'm saying. Everybody's got to have a hobby. Okay, let's have a look. Because I'm a creek diver. I love Malevolon. So we were on Maya last night. It is 0.01. It was 0.001. So, but there are 4,600 people. Durgan has 2,500. Ubania has 48,000, and Malevolon has 73,000. And they're both on defense. So, I mean, now let's take this off of challenging, put it on medium.
But one mission.
Retrieve, eradicate. I don't want either one of those. I don't want to retrieve or an eradicate. Launch, retrieve. Eradicate, launch. Okay, let's take it down to easy. Spread democracy.
We near operation.
Spread democracy. Terminate illegal broadcast. Okay.
FTL jump to the Malevolon Creek system.
I'm just gonna do a quick mission to support Malevelon Creek because everybody knows that's my favorite place. Malevelon Creek can be really hard, but I love it because of the lore that the community has put on this planet. The lore is so rich from the community on this planet. It's crazy. I love it. All right, so we're gonna land about right. Come on, give me a. I guess right there will be fine. All right, now we already got our weapon, so let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna take our autocannon and let's take that and that.
Hellpod launch initiated.
This one's just, I'm just gonna look at the Dominator and see how it does. And remember, I stream this mostly on Mondays and Fridays, so you can definitely catch us doing it on one of those nights, 8 p.m. Central to usually around midnight. Usually, sometimes we'll stop a little earlier, but you know. At least it's an interesting. Oh look, I can steer. Boom. Oh yeah, landed right in a hot zone. 3 shots, huh? Okay, I mean, I can live with that, and they're dropping in more on me. Okay, the Dominator definitely doing a little better. Have to say. Alright, let's reload. Let's call down a supply and toss it over there. Alright. Now we have to destroy that, and we're right here, so we might as well. That's why people bring the autocannon with them. That right there. That mission is done. I have won. No matter what happens to me from now on, I won. I beat the mission right there. Now I know I've also got it on pretty much easy, but I don't matter about that. We're working on our liberation front. All right. Let's go west.
Southwest, 300 meters.
Wait a minute. I just saw. Yeah, you were looking the wrong way, my friend. He came to see what this was. All right. Okay, they don't have that much. No, do what I told you to do. Thank you. Two shots to take out a Devastator. That's not bad. Alright. That's not bad. Don't climb. She loves climbing on things. I don't get it, but whatever. Okay. Now let's try this again. Now I do have scout armor, so I'm going to try to use it effectively.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
I know, I snuck all the way around that. That was intended. Oh man, look at that. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And look right there. That is a whole squad coming our way.
Attack underway.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
9 dead bots. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Now run.
Warning, you are leaving the mission area.
Seriously?
Helldiver, you are moving outside the mission area.
They want me to get right up on this thing, man.
Warning, you are leaving the mission area. Extraction is available.
Seriously, that did not blow it up, huh?
Say hello to democracy!
Oh, get off me. Sidestep a frickin' bullet. No, go this way, dumbass.
Have a taste of democracy!
3 shots. 4 shots with that thing. That's not the greatest, but I'll take it. Boom. Base plate. Oh, I missed the base plate. There we go. Alright. Oh? Where? How'd you... What? How did you shoot me through that? That's... Hello? I'm not getting some of this. I just...
Proceed to extraction when ready.
Last reload.
Yeah, some of this is just... It really... Because you hit the flaps and it throws the round down into the thing to blow it up. Now, I took 5 shots on that before it actually worked. And I was aiming at the flaps and everything else. Yeah, okay. Sometimes it's a little wonky, I will say. This weapon is actually fairly decent now, so I can't complain about that.
Tagging map. Southeast. 100 meters.
Yeah, I can't complain about that. I mean, we got a little wonkiness going, but it's nothing horrible.
Keep liberty.
life for super art!
Alright, so we did take out that Devastator. It was 3 or 4 shots, but...
Bag's empty.
Oh. Oh, they came in behind me too, okay.
How'd you like to taste
Extraction
of
is available.
freedom?
It looks like if I get a really up-close chest shot on them, it does pretty good. And the airstrike didn't kill the fabricator. I would love for that to be kind of fixed.
Mission access.
Okay, still can't climb rocks. Come on, you can just... There you go. Boom. Bullshit. I know, I was on top of a rock. Can you... Fuck. Okay, you know what? Never mind. You can't get on a stupid rock. It shouldn't be that hard to climb on a rock, girl. Seriously, especially with all the shit you climb on. That's user error, by the way. I'm having fun with it, but it is user error. Now you all can suck it. All right. So now we want to go that way.
300 meters.
We have a question mark though. Question marks are good sometimes. Whoa. Where you going, buddy? Where you trying to dodge bullet? Oh, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. He gets the flare off. Okay. All right. I hear you. Oh, you ain't dead yet. Get off me, fool. I hit you dead in the face like twice. Oh, hey, rockets and grenades. That was lovely. Now, I can't wait to test this with, Grizz. Get off me. Getting tired of y'all shooting me and stuff. Oh, hey, how you doing? Get out of here. And for me, it's always better to aim the weapon like down the scope like that. I have a more of a tendency to hit it. I know it's slower and it's first person and it gets me in trouble a lot, but just doing this, everything doesn't seem to line up as well as it should. Even though it does have a laser sight on it, so, I mean, that's good. We have a question mark over here. We're down to 1 stem also. That's a hell bomb. Did that not? That hit it. There we go. Now that's going to attract some attention.
Extraction is
All right, there we go.
Found something.
Yeah, we did find something, all right. It's called a hell bomb. That's a flamethrower. That is a squad.
Fire in the hole!
And no matter what, they get that flare off. Let's keep moving, though. Keep moving. Probably not going to get this up.
tactical tactical asset near your location.
Yeah, I know. Tactical asset. Oh, they're shooting at me right off the bat, aren't they? Thought I had broken the line of sight, but, you know. Here's what it is. Ion Storm. Lovely. Alright, there we go. That one little dude is still chasing me. Oh, they're all still chasing me, apparently.
Bag's empty.
Oh, y'all just gonna stand there in a group, huh?
Throwing grenade.
Okay. All right. Oh, and this dude's still coming. All right, that is the last piece right there that I haven't destroyed yet, so. It's right there at evac, so we need to go ahead and take that out. If she can stop slipping on rocks, that is. Seriously, huh? Who's shooting? Somebody's. Ah, there he is. Now he can shoot through the cage, but I can't. Apparently so. He can shoot through that cage and I cannot. Okay, well, I mean, it is what it is, right? Oh, there's a player. Let's get the evac.
An eagle never misses. Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound. Deploying sentry. Deploying equipment package. ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Gonna sit there and shoot.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Up your head up again. Excuse me, that was like a headshot and a shoulder shot and
Pelican
all right.
1 arriving at coordinates. Pelican 1.
We're gonna get out of the way of the Pelican. They are notorious for killing you.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
And that's gonna be our contribution to Malevelon Creek at the moment.
Another victory for the right side of history.
I'll be getting back in there, but I wanted to test out that weapon for sure. Now I'll probably do another one with the counter sniper, but I'm probably still going to be disappointed in it, just to be honest with you. I did all the outposts and the main objective. Secondary would be just a tiny bit extra, but you know, all the outposts and the primary, and I get 1 star. But this was an easy mission too, so you know, it is what it is. I don't really mind either way. All right, Malevelon Creek 99.99. There it is. It says, now see, they were talking about the planet showing 100% liberation after a mission, but we know it's not 100% liberated. And I'll show you that before I end the video. I wanted to do about an hour, and we're at 52 minutes, so that's close to me, man. And why is my armor not cleaned up? Why is my armor still bloody? What the hell, man? 48.4 accuracy, so not too bad. Not the greatest, not the worst. My personal order was completed. That's good. I've forgotten what my personal order is, but and even though Malevelon Creek, not 100%. It's 88%, but it's not 100%. So, but according to the thing, they know about it, and you know, whatever. Can I get non-bloody armor, please? What the hell? I'm on my ship. I shouldn't look like that. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and hopefully the patch notes were informative for you. I just wanted to cover them, you know, and just go over it and give my thoughts on it. So that's it for right now. I'm going to call the video there. Again, thank you, and hope you guys have a great day.